Captain's Log, Entry 4. I need to build bigger. I spent some time scouting the local asteroids. I was able to find most of the raw materials for construction, however a few of the more precious ones elude me. The next step in our journey is to refit this pod we've been using as a mobile base. Speaking of refits, I've made some updates to the mining vessel I designed previously. With double the drills and the ability to generate its own fuel, I expect to see much better utility from the ship. It's got some fancy armor now as well. So, here's the new mining pod. I took some of your suggestions you guys left me on the last episode and added a couple of features. Somebody, gosh, I wish I could remember names and comments and stuff. Somebody suggested I put an O2H2 generator on it. And I thought that was a good idea. That way, if we mine ice, we can just generate our own fuel and we're less likely to run out. I also wanted to try my hand at decorating stuff, at actually, like, adding armor and greebling and stuff, because, you know, that's what I like to do, man, in space building games. I like to make my ships look cool. So I took some inspiration from, like, Caterpillar, the company that makes, like, construction equipment and like, real-life mining things. And all of their stuff is like this yellow color with kind of black accents. So I did that. I used kind of orange for like piping and like anything fuel would go down. So like the piping, for example, is all orange. And the thrusters as well. You can't really see them, but they're orange, I promise. I left the cockpit black. I feel like it looks better from inside, being dark like that. Okay, I haven't turned this on or tested it yet. I literally just built it and then started recording. So let's find our respawn pod. There it is. And I think what we're gonna do is just tear this old one down. We'll just tear it down. So let's try and transfer. Let's check in the cargo, actually. Is there anything in here? Aha, there is some things. I feel like I had to do... Can I have these things? I went on a thing earlier. Oh, I went to go get one of those unknown signals. That's right, and I just ended up putting all of the materials inside the cargo container for this. Alright, so let's take everything we can. So now this should be empty. We'll double check in a second. But we'll just basically dump the hydrogen tanks off of this into the new ship. And I guess we'll lose the battery charge. It's not that big of a deal. I've got nickel and stuff, so I can always make new batteries. Alright, let's unlock. Turn everything on. Alright, we're all on. Now I'm gonna check real quick, just in the inventories. Yeah, if we hide empty, everything is empty, so there's no inventory to transfer. Okay, now where is this ship? There it is. The only really issue I foresee with this ship is that the connector is like flush with the ship. In fact, it's actually like half a block lower in the middle there. So that might cause a problem if we don't have our docks set up to accept, you know, with that in mind. Okay, so we gotta hop out of this one. Now, I've got the batteries turned off right now, so let's turn the batteries on. And it linked right up, so we'll just lock it. Yeah, we're ready to lock. So now we're locked in. Yeah, see how it's kind of, they're a little bit far away. I don't think that matters. Yeah, I don't think that makes a difference necessarily, but it's definitely something we're gonna have to keep in mind as we do those sorts of things. So Let's transfer. Let's transfer now. Ooh, this is actually empty. Oh, because this other one's on recharge. Okay, well, it's probably already transferred. Let's look in our control panel. If we look at the hydrogen tank, yeah, it's empty. Can we see the minor hydrogen tank? 88%. Okay. I mean, I'll take that. That's pretty good. Let's look at batteries. So the batteries on this, there are 4. There are 2 in the other one. These are draining. Hold on. Thought I had them on recharge. They are on auto. Let's put these on recharge for now. We'll just shut that ship down and steal all of the battery power from it. These batteries are on recharge as well. Let's turn them to auto. There we go. Okay, that's what we want. And we'll just transfer kind of the power from this vessel into the other one. Yeah, fully depleted in 13 minutes. Hold on. Why depleted? Are you not... Okay, here's the batteries. Nope. We want these batteries. We want this one and this one. Charge mode, recharge. Okay. There we go, 14 minutes. We'll wait 14 minutes and let these recharge. And then we'll, I guess we'll tear down the old miner, because this new one's so much better. I hope it's better. It looks cooler. It looks a lot cooler. I've got these interesting... I got lights. Oh, I didn't configure the lights yet. I did put lights on this one, but... I've got lights. I've got... Yeah, I like those lights, actually, back in there. I hadn't seen them on yet. I like that. We might adjust the color so it's not quite as blinding white. We might make it like a yellow or something. I do have the reverse thrust. I did not forget this time. Not that I forgot last time either. I've got up and down are here and on the opposite side as well. There are 3 for up and down. Now, there are only 2 strafing thrusters. I hope that's going to be okay. I think it's going to be fine. I've got 3 on this ship, and I think 2 is fine. I think 2 will be enough for strafing. You don't do a whole lot of strafing, really. More, for me anyway, more up and down and forward and back. So I've got forward and back. I think forward and back are pretty well balanced as well. I haven't really tested it. We might have to test that out. But I think this seems to be equal to about 4 of these. Anyway, I'm going to hang out for a minute, let this discharge, and I guess we'll tear the miner down. We're going to check out this asteroid. So here, before we do that, let's hop out of this. I've done a couple of things. Let's find up. Up is this way, in relation to this. Affectionately, I think we're calling this Big Blue, although it's not that big. So I've done a couple of things. I did a bunch of exploring. I did some repairs here to Big Blue, replaced some spots that were damaged or broken. I replaced them with different colored panels so it looks like a patch job. I think that looks cool. I think that's cool, and I think we'll do that going forward with any of our things that get damaged or hurt. We'll replace them. We'll kind of patch them with other colors, so it looks kind of patchworked and it looks like a repair was done. I think that's an interesting visual cue. I added some catwalks, charged up our batteries really well. I did... Can I land? I did pressurize. Low and cold, high and warm. We can open our visor. Visor's open. What's up? Open visor. Okay, but we'll close that back because we're gonna explore now. I don't have a way to vent this without just losing some O2, but I think that's fine. I don't really care that much. This cluster of 3 asteroids here contains ice. And there's a spot I wanted to check out with our little drill miner rover guy. Oh no, let go. Let go. There we go. Okay, you have to let go right away or you get kind of stuck. It seems like. I don't know what that's about. but okay. Yeah, so there's some ice here. And there's this spot on one of these that would be an awesome place to build some stuff. If I can find it, it might be this little pass-through right here is what I was thinking of. See, there's our ice. Yeah, but like, see, this rock has all these cool like caves kind of and chasms here. Here, let's go slow. Let's see if we get stuck in here or not. Yeah, it goes all the way through. So I think it'd be cool to build a refinery inside of this asteroid. That'd be neat. I think that would be super neat. And we've got ice on this big rock as well. So we can make this, maybe we'll make it like a hydrogen refining station. Because we do need a lot of H2. I think this is ice right here. Yeah. So we've got ice, conveniently. We've got a cool place to build inside. Our ship does fit, albeit barely. But barely fits still counts as fits. So I think we're going to call this home for now, and I'm going to set up some refineries. It's time for us to upgrade anyway. We've got basic assembler and a basic refinery on Big Blue. Don't hit Big Blue, buddy. However, I would like to have the actual regular refinery and assembler. Because I also found some uranium while we were exploring, and I cannot refine uranium in the basic refinery. Also, thank you, Robin Shield, suggested a script for me to check out that gives me some readouts that I could use. So I found one for cargo. I can check my battery charge and my hydrogen as a percentage. So that way I don't run out as quickly. And I appreciate that. So, oh gosh, I'm closer to this than I thought I would be. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of sparks going on every time I dock. Hold on, we need to turn off these things and also turn off dampeners. Otherwise, we will encounter issues every time we park. I'm sure there's a script, probably I could automate that as well. But whatever. So I think my next task that I'm going to work on is figuring out a way to kind of an idea of what we're building inside here, how to design that, you know, what we want to do with that kind of situation, and also a way to automatically collect this ice, because I don't really want to hand drill or have to take the miner out all the time for it. I think if we can automatically do that stuff, it'll just be a lot better. I think I can do something with drills and pistons. So I'm gonna play around with that idea. But I think before we do any of those things, I need to sit here for a minute and figure out what our sun rotation looks like so I can set up some solar panels. I put down some blocks. I made a mast for a solar panel. I put a rotator. Is that what this is called? No. What is this called? A rotor. That's what it's called. I remembered. So I put a rotor down. I got a solar panel script that I got from the Steam Workshop. And that I'll probably put on that so it can follow the sun. For now, it's just static. I mean, it's doing okay. I spaced them out by one block because I think it looks better. I'll probably extend them like 3 panels long. I don't know. It depends on how much power we need. I built this little thing down here. I don't think they're on the same grid. I know you can toggle that to use local grids or something, but or like local grid orientation, but I didn't do that. I'm gonna hook them up some way. I have an idea. I got a plan. Trust me. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Okay, over here, I made a circle. Well, I made a cross for this ice circle. It is 7, 5, and 5. No, it's 11. It's 11 cubes, ish, and that's about the middle. So I think we're gonna need at least, what? That's what's like 6 drills, right? So we'll do 6, and then we'll spin it, and we'll dig out a circle. I've got to make piston arm to hold that. So I kind of have the guide here, and then I need to work my way backwards to get the drill in place. And then we'll have to figure out where cargo's gonna go and where the refineries and stuff are gonna go, and then hook that up. Another thing, is this gonna cut into my tunnel? I don't think it will. If it does, it'll only be a little. So I don't think that's a problem. We're not really using this part right now. We might later, but right now we're just using this. I want to have the base kind of sparse and spread out on the asteroid so it looks like it's like bolted on to the asteroid instead of like built around it, if that makes sense. So things like this are really going to help that out. And then I'll have to use rotors and hinges to get conveyors from each kind of the independent things. And that'll help the power spread and to let resources pass through and things like that. Oh, geez, there's a rock there. Yeah, and things like that. So I guess next step is drill. We'll build the drill, or at least kind of decide where it's gonna go. And then before I actually build the drill, I've got to figure out where I want to put the cargo containers and the refineries and stuff. For the refineries, I'm thinking about putting them kind of in this little hollow right here on the outside. I think that would look good. I'm not sure where the cargo containers go. I feel like maybe in here, right here. Let's see, do I still have those on my bar? Maybe like this. Not exactly, but something like that. How many cargo containers do we want? Maybe 4? I need interior plates to build 2 more. Maybe 4, though? Yeah, I think that would work in there. I know there's a hotkey to use the local grids, but I don't know what the key is. If you know what that key is, tell me in the comments. Okay, drill time. Several hours and much frustration later, but I've got it hooked up. I still didn't do this section. I'm not sure if I want these here yet, so I'm not doing that, especially considering how much trouble it gave me just hooking these solar panels up to this drill. But it's connected now. This was kind of a struggle, but I got it. I actually think now that I know how to do it, the next couple of times I do it will be easier. Now that I've kind of figured out how to make this happen. You're going to look at this and you're going to go, Cap, why do you have 2 rotors? That's ridiculous. I needed the extension and I didn't have room for a piston. That's why. Okay, so don't question me. I know what I'm doing, I promise. I don't really. I mean, I do promise. I don't actually know what I'm doing. Okay, so the drill is ready. The drill is ready. I have not turned it on yet. I think we'll turn it on very soon. Very soon. I just want to make sure that everything looks good. I've got pistons. They're good. Rotor's good. Everything's built. Okay, it does have conveyors that are lit up green all the way to at least 1 large cargo container. I don't know if I'm going to build all 4. 4 seems kind of overkill for 1 patch of ice. But I might go really deep and get stone and stuff too, and just turn this into processing as well. I mean, go big or go home. You know, I could just put those tanks over here. and then build like a connector in here, like a hanger. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I like this, actually. I like the way it looks. I like the way it turned out. I'm not sure about the unfinished blocks. I was just going to leave them as unfinished, kind of as a scaffolding situation, because it's like construction. But I'm not sure now. Like, looking at it from a distance, it just feels noisy. You know, like, it doesn't feel scaffolding. It just feels noisy. So I'm not sure on that. I love this. This looks mechanical and awesome. It was a pain in the ass to get it figured out, but I got it, and now it looks great, so I'm happy with it. Okay, without any further ado, let's get these drills turned on. I don't have a convenient place to stand. I should put some catwalks right here, maybe. And like a button panel, so I can... Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, we'll do that for next time. For now, though, let's just see if we can get things to work. So... Drills on. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. A little bit of shaking. I think it's fine, though. Are these close enough that they're going to hit that support? I hope not. Oh, they are hitting it, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, let's grab our drill pistons. And I think if we share the inertia tensors, it'll stop some of that shaking. I don't know why that rotor is going, though. Advanced rotor drills. Your velocity is set to 0. Let's turn up the braking torque. Maybe? The drills are still spinning on their own. Okay. I'm not clear on that. Okay, but anyway, whatever. Let's get this. What are we looking for? Advanced rotor drills. I don't know what to set this at. I think let's set it at like 5. That seems a little fast. Let's set it at like 2. Let me know in the comments if there are like specific better settings for this. I feel like it needs to be slow. That way it has a chance to get everything. Wait a minute. That was the wrong rotor. Okay. So hold on. One of these... This is not advanced rotor drills. This is rotor... Advanced rotor... Don't show in terminal. So one of these is the drill one. Okay, let's see. Which one... One of these is going to be moving, I think. 235. This one. This is the drill one. Okay, that's the drill one. Got it. We figured it out. We fixed it. All right. So let's set this one at 3. Minor setback. No big deal. 3 RPM. Yeah, that's really fast. Okay, let's set it at like 0.5. No, 0.5. Much slower. Okay, the pistons are not going down yet, so I'm just trying to make sure that this isn't gonna break. We're doing it one piece at a time. I see some sparks, but I think that might just be because it's mining stuff. Let's look in our container and see if we've got anything. We should have things. Oh baby, we've already got a lot of things. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Okay, let's start these pistons, and I think we need the pistons super slow as well. So, like, I think we set these at 0.01. And that should be all three of them, and all three of them should be extending now. They should be able to extend to their max length. Let's see. Current position point 0.2. Yeah, so it's going to take them a minute to 0.3. 0.3. 0.3. Okay, so they are moving. Looks like our drill's going. This is the first time I've ever built anything like this. That's why I'm being so particular with how it works. I'm a little bit... Oh, man, I don't like that this drill and this drill are facing different directions, but I can live with it. I'm not going to tear the whole damn thing down just because of that. Sweet! Awesome! Can I have this? Yeah, we did it! We got automatic ore collection and ice collection as well. Okay, so I made a detail pass. I'm still not sure. Oh, the drills needed to lower a little bit more. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm still not sure about the scaffolding. I like it. I think ultimately it's good. But I'm not sure yet. It needs some more something to make it stand out. Like, I need some way to add color to it. So I'm thinking what I might do is just use conveyors as a decorative block in this case, and kind of add some structure to the sides of the legs. Maybe make every leg have conveyors on it, just so it feels more solid. I think that's ultimately what we need. I did add the catwalk right here. I like the catwalk. I also added buttons. Let's see if we land. We can... Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm sideways. Hold on. That happens to me every time. I don't know why I just walk on the sides of things. I guess magnet boots or something. Gotta be careful when we're walking up against the rails. I added some buttons and labeled them. I really like labeling the buttons. I feel like that adds some very interesting interest. Good English, Cap. I've got lights now. The lights, let us see what we're working on. I'll be honest, the view from here is not as good as I thought it would be. I need... Oh, God. Okay, let's just use the jetpack so we don't walk on the sides of things. I maybe should put the button panel here, and then we can stand on this square and actually get a view of things. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. To get this button panel here, we had to do this catwalk upside down, which is a little bit of a shame, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's fine. That works out okay. I added some lights. Here, let's see. I added some timer blocks as well. So this is my first time working with timer blocks. They're actually very straightforward. So no problem with that whatsoever. This one, start drills. This timer block does exactly what it sounds like. This one does what it sounds like. Drill lights, turns on the lights, turns the lights on and off, including the rotating lights. So that works. I've got rotating lights on each of the 4 pillars. So start drills it toggles the drills, it toggles the rotor, and it tells the pistons to extend. Stop drills does the opposite. It retracts the pistons, it turns off the rotor, and turns off the drills. I could not find a way to make the rotor stop, though, so I just turned it off, and it will stop either on its own or it'll just spin freely. That's fine. I don't really care about that. That's not really a problem. Not a problem for me. What else have I done? I added in Izzy's solar script over here. This will probably move at some point. I don't think it's going to live here permanently, but this is where it's at for now. This programmable block, I mean. Likely, once we build some more infrastructure, we will put that elsewhere, somewhere more well protected. Although, I mean, that's probably fine right there. But yeah, so it is working famously. Our solar panels are constantly collecting sunlight and giving us power. Our batteries, even with the drills running, are charging, I think. Fully recharged in 5 hours. Yeah, so we're, with just 4 solar panels, we are getting more power than we are using. So that's pretty fantastic. We will, of course, expand the solar array. And we might even add some more batteries just because it's nice. It would be nice to have a place to store energy. You know, even if we're not actively using it, just having... What was that sound? I feel like I heard a clang. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Oh, maybe I should worry about it right now. Okay. I see. So the pistons are too fast. I don't know how I can get them slower. I'm still trying to figure out the timings. So drill pistons. Right now I've got them set at 0.0. Let's add another 0 in there. Let's do like this speed. Maybe. Let's reverse them. We'll lift them up. Okay, we actually need to lift them quickly. Momentarily. So we're gonna increase... Oh, let's pull them up. Stop them. And then we'll set the velocity to 0.005. Yes, so that is half the speed it was before. And now they will fall until they touch the ice. I'm still trying to figure out what speed the pistons need to move at. Slowly but surely, though, we're figuring it out. You know, this is my first time building something like this, so... we're getting it. We're getting it. I actually might give these a boost here. Just to get them closer to the ice. I'm trying to watch out of the corner of my screen. Okay. Let's try and get them a little bit lower. Yeah, see, they're still up really high. See, this is what we're running into, right? If the pistons aren't fast enough, or are too fast, then we drill, you know, too quickly, basically. The drills can't keep up with how hard the pistons are pushing, and we end up with this kind of wall, and the pistons start to, or the drills start to hit against that. So that's a problem. We've actually already nearly mined out all of the ice. So, almost 1,000 kilograms of ice, 1 million. Is that right? No, that's 800 kilograms, right? Or 800,000 kilograms. Yeah, 800,000 kilograms. That's pretty awesome. I bet we get 1 million kilograms of ice out of this. These drills are going pretty slow. I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll play with that and figure that out. Again, if you have any general idea for settings or timings that I should try and use in this, let me know in the comments. If you can think of ideas for design work that can make this look more interesting, let me know that as well. I kind of like the industrial look that I've got going on here. I'm not sure about these yet. I might do them yellow. I might do them black. That seems to be kind of my industrial design looking colors. Yeah, leave your feedback below. And next time, I think we'll work on the tanks and the refinery setup for that, as well as maybe some other things. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.